Okay, so today we are going to divide with multi-digit numbers. Before we can start dividing, we have a problem. It's 7,830 and it's divided by 27. But before we can do anything with the problem, I first want to make sure that we understand some vocabulary when we speak of division. The first one that we have is called our dividend, and then we have our divisor, divisor, and then we have our quotient. And each of those gives me a clue as to where they're going to be when we set up our long division. So the dividend is the number that is being divided. That's what we have to share. That is the amount that we have in all. And so we notice that we have the D here, which means that it drives in. So it's going to be inside of the division house. So this is our dividend. And then we have a divisor, and I've underlined the S, which means that they stay out. So they're going to be outside of the house. And the divisor is the number that is used to split up the dividend into equal parts. That's what division is about. It's about splitting a total amount into equal shares or equal parts. So we have, this is going to be our divisor. Okay. And then what we will have is what's called the quotient. And the quotient is the answer. That's the number of equal portions or shares that we will have. So it's our solution. So this will be our quotient. All right. And so we're going to set up our problem. And so we'll have our long division house. And remember, our dividend goes in. And our divisor stays out. So the 27 will be outside of the home. Okay. And then we have 5 steps when we do our multiplication. Division. When we do our division, there are 5 steps. And a way to remember is think about the division family hierarchy. Okay, they always work in the same order. So we have our daddy who divides. Our mommy is for multiplying. Our sister is for subtracting. Baby brother is bring down. And then 5 is rover. That's when we repeat. Okay. All right. So first we divide. Remember the D. So we're first going to divide, and we start with the outside and find out how many groups of 27 can be found inside of 7. Well, 7 isn't enough for us to pull 27 out of there. So we go to the next number. So our next number is an 8. So we're going to treat this as 78, in other words. And so how many groups of 27 can we get out of 78? Okay, and we can actually take 2 of them out. So we're going to take that and put it up top. And then up here, we're going to put like an X, because this is what mommy wants us to do. This is where we multiply. So we find out, what is 2 times 27? Well, I've already done the calculation, and it is 54. So I'm going to write 54. And then we subtract. That's the sister. The sister wants to subtract. So we're going to subtract 54 from 78. And we're left with 4 and 2. And then the baby brother, we bring down the next number. So we're going to bring that 3 down beside that 24. So now it's 243. Okay. And so now we're trying to figure out, well, how many groups of 27 are inside of 243? Well, I think it might be maybe about 7. So let me do a calculation and figure that out. And we find out that it is 9, actually. 9 groups. Okay. So we have 243 divided by 27. That gives us 9. And so now we want to find out, well, what is 9 times 27? So 27 times 9 gives me 243. Okay. So that was our multiplication. And now remember, we go back to subtraction. So 243 from 243 gives me 0. And then the baby brother, because there's still a number left, so we got to bring that number down. And so now we're trying to find out, well, how many groups of 27 are inside of 0? And of course, that number is 0. And then when we go back to multiplying, we find that 0 times 27 is 0. And then we subtract 0 from 0, which gives us 0 down here. So there is nothing remaining. We have accounted for all of the numbers that are inside of the division house. And so our quotient is going to be 290. That means that I can take 7,830 of however many items that I have to share, and I can split them equally into groups of 27. I will be able to issue out 290 shares of 27 apiece. Okay, I hope that helps you, and thanks for watching.